morning, friends. Welcome to my channel, JB's Crochet. I'm Amber and today is November 25th, 2024. Wow. We are at the end of the month. Yes, sirs and yes, ma'ams. I'm just pulling my feet up, getting a little comfy here. We are at the end of the month, and this last weekend has been a fun, busy weekend for us. It really has. So Friday they finished up our retaining wall, well, the wall part of it, and then had the ground all ready to go for Saturday morning. The guys showed up Saturday morning, got it all prepped and ready, waited for the concrete to get there. Concrete got there, they worked, I think they were done by lunchtime. Possibly, I don't know. They were there longer than I expected them to be, only because I don't know what to expect. But it was so much fun to watch the concrete truck do its thing. My oldest, my daughter, was the one kid out of all the kids that surprised me the most. She was the one running out to the road, or to the front of the house, or the garage, because there's you know, we have our main big doors for the garage, and then there's a little door out the back of the garage that they built that had a staircase pad, cement pad, down onto like these like 2-tier kind of sort of retaining wall thing that they had back there. I showed you guys a before picture. I will try my best to pop in some pictures here real quick of the before and the after. I did not get an official after, like after everything, 100% T's crossed and I's dotted, done, and paid for. I haven't gotten that picture yet. I need to get that today. So maybe I'll remember. No. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow. Maybe I'll put the pictures in tomorrow, or we'll see. I have a completed picture on there. I just don't have the one where they came in yesterday and cut the lines into the concrete. I started something new this morning. I got up, although I have not been able to wet my whistle very much because this is so hot. I'm trying to get it to cool down, but I have my Mama Winch mug. Little Mila in the camper, she's so cute. I love, this is my favorite part right here. Let's see if I can try this without burning my hands because this cup is hot. It says, I'm a resident Mama Winch. I'm a resident of, okay, resident of kind of blends a little together, it's a little close. I'm a resident of Mama Winch's Yarny Carnival community on the streets of YouTube. There we go. Oh, so there is my mug, and in my mug, I don't know if you'll be able to see the liquid. It is green tea with some honey. Ginger tea, I have been told, is a good tea to drink. It's an anti-inflammatory for like when you have sore throats and like congested-y, like virally stuff up here. Or not virally stuff, just icky stuff up here, you know, germy stuff. For your, you know, your throat and everything. This one, I'm not entirely sure. I think this one's more just for energy because it does have caffeine in it, so I figured we'll try it out and see. I haven't ate anything yet, and I normally like to eat something before I drink caffeine. I know, I'm weird. It's all right. I'm just dipping my toes into the world of teas because I can do tea with honey. It's just depending on the flavor of the tea too. I'm a big, if you can't tell, sweet tea girl. So I love me some sweet tea. So, oh my gosh, y'all, yesterday was a day. I will be open and honest with you. I almost thought I would not be on here this morning recording anything this week. because of my headspace yesterday. It was not a good day. Not a good start to the day. Well, a good part of the day yesterday happened. Like, and I'll just be honest. My husband and I got into a little tippy, little verbal, you know, just, and it was odd though. We never really yelled. We allowed each other to actually talk, but we got into kind of a heavy, I wouldn't say argument, a heavy conversation where it brought up some emotions for myself. And let's just say I got Christmas lights put up yesterday. I think he had planned on doing it yesterday regardless. But we came out of church and we had this really, like, it made the trip from church to the grocery store that he took before we went home a whole lot quicker. Like, we were already there and I was like, oh, because I was just looking off out the side of the car and just, you know. Anyway, and it is still windier than crazy outside. My eyes are still watering this morning. So, anyway, I got Christmas lights put up yesterday. I'm happy. I really am happy. And so I'll at least get to see my house decorated with Christmas stuff on the outside and inside now for, you know, several weeks. And I have to remind myself that we all have to get out there and help him pull all those lights down in the cold, because it wasn't bad putting them up yesterday. I was out helping a little bit because there's only so much you can really do to help put them out. I told them, put them wherever. I don't care, you know, just make it look nice where you can see it on the roof from the road, because we have these yard decor things that you can use or we can put out. I did not get my inaugural picture of them lit up last night, so because it was windy last night. I did take a picture of my flag that's out there. So my Christmas flag is out there. You'll just have to wait and see a picture of my Christmas lights, because I did not get a picture of them. My house looks really cool with them all lit up. And he even bought a light bulb that goes in the main, like, front porch light, where when somebody comes up to the house, you know, you can turn on and they have light in the porch area. The porch light, there you go. It's Monday. It's Monday. Yes, we will be doing school today. Squirrel, back to the lights. What was I saying about the lights? Oh, the light bulb in the porch light. It changes colors. So he made it like a greenish, grinchy green color, because that way it still lit up the porch area and went with the colors around it. Oh, God love him. I am glad he got it up. I'm glad he got the Christmas lights up. I look like I'm a little crooked. It just took me about 8 minutes to figure it out. I did not do a whole lot of crocheting yesterday, because that was one of the things that was brought up by him. I told him last night, I was like, you may not realize this and may not understand how this happens, but this stuff over here, it's my happy place. It makes me happy. It's my therapy, you know, like, if I don't do it, I'm gonna pop a blood vessel. So, but I did get a little bit done on my son's blanket on Saturday. Not a lot, but I stopped increasing on both sides, so I'm officially decreasing. Yay! And I've officially stopped putting it in the project bag that I have for it, because it's getting so big. It's large and in charge and heavy. I held it up the other day and he goes, oh, whoa, the kid that it's for. So I really think he's gonna like it. And I told him, I was like, it's not as long as I was originally planning on going to. He's like, that's okay, it's long enough. He just wants it done. So I am on the decrease side. So I have got to force myself not to pick up anything else over the next 3 days, because I have a lot of work to get done on it. And I need to figure out how many skeins I've used. I cannot for the life of me remember. I could have sworn I bought 6 of the variegated colors first, and 3 or 4. 3 or 4 of the solid red. And so that's actually not too bad. I need a tidge bit more honey in, I think. I don't know. I honestly just picked up a brand of green tea, the only one I could find at Walmart yesterday. We went and got just a handful of groceries, and I was like, I really want to try some green tea in the morning and see if that helps give me some energy, you know, caffeinated style energy without being too, oh my eye, water, like almost every morning. It's just super dry right now. I think that's part of it. Anyway, talking about the blanket, I don't know how many I've bought. Like, I could have sworn I had 6 and 3, 6 and 4, and I bought an extra 2 and 2. I don't know. No, 3 and 2. So if I recall correctly, I will have bought 9 of the variegated and 5 of the solid. And I have, well, in my bag right now, I've caked up. I've got 2 of the variegateds, 1 solid, and a partial solid. So 1 of the variegated is partial as well, but it's newly started, if that makes sense. The red solid that's partially it's over halfway gone. It's on its way out. It's the next one to be added onto. So I literally just add on to them as they finish instead of cutting and starting like both of them new at the same time. So anyway, I'm trying to keep track of how many I have used. And if I remember correctly, I've used 4 of the variegateds and 2 solids so far for my first half, so to speak. This thing is big. It fits a twin size blanket or twin size bed widthwise, and with a like maybe this much drape, maybe, I don't know. And it goes from the foot the foot of the bed, the foot of his mattress, because he's got a frame, a twin bed that, you know, the mattress sits in, and so it has, you know, more length and width to it because of the frame it's in, or the headboard and footboards anyway. So it goes from the foot of his mattress to about maybe this far from the head of his mattress. Like, I don't know how many inches, like 7 or 8 inches, maybe 6 to 8 inches from the end, from 75 inches, because I think 75 is the length of a twin mattress, I think. So anyway, that's about where it's at length and widthwise. So let me find where I'm at here. Okay. I have some fuzzies stuck to it. Okay, so here is, I've left the stitch marker on the side that I was increasing. So this is now, I don't need it on here, but it kind of shows you how far I went to my corner. Like I said, I think I stopped this a few rows short, only because I was getting low on the last variegated I was on when I decided to do this, and I was like, I do not want to have to go buy more of this stuff because I don't know how many I've used up so far, and if I've used up what I think I've used up, I don't think I'm gonna have enough to go the rest of the way, or the other half, so if I stopped right here or whatever. So I decided to just go ahead and cut it off, or not cut it off, but like, you know, be like, all right, we're done increasing, we're not going any further on this side, we're just going to start cornering it off. So I've done a few rows of decreases, or yeah, decreases now. So basically just going to keep working on this. I feel like I could get this done by Friday. I will take it with me to my family's on Thursday and Friday and finish it, and hopefully by his birthday dinner at some point on Friday I can give it to him, because that's his birthday. So as long as I get it to him on Friday, I'm hoping by Friday night he can go to bed at Grandma's house with his newly minted blanket. So yeah, I think I laugh at myself just because I'm recording myself. So this is gonna be my project I work on during my videos with you guys. I don't know if you noticed I put my blanket back on here because this thing was just sitting around, just getting moved around in my room, and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna put this on the back of here. I put it in a way that hopefully maybe it will stay on here, because I was noticing that when I sit in it, it was pulling it down, and then I was like, I didn't want to do that. So squirrel. So here I've done this much of I stopped increasing on this side a long time ago, as you can see. So I don't know if I'm gonna get this all in frame because it's still quite a long row. So here is the end of this row. You know what, I'm gonna show you like this because that you can. So here's the beginning of this next row, or the end of this next row. It's folded. So you've got at least 3 in frames there, see, of how much length I have on that row. So it's a little bit the span of my arm length when I put it out, but I don't have a lot of room right here to like spread my arms out for you to even see it. So and I have discovered that I really like these hooks or clasps for stitch markers. So I am going to start using these for stitch markers, I think. It's these, I have a whole bunch of these that I got to make keychains with. I can do them for lanyards and stuff for crochet, which I might make myself one, I don't know. But I have a whole jar of these. And I pulled one of this one just happened to be sitting out, I think. You know, this one's a little different than the jar of ones that I have. The ones that I have with jars have a lot bigger D-rings on them than this. So I need to find some ones that have D-rings like this, which I know I can find them on Amazon. But how many of you out there would be able to use this? I don't know if you'd be able to use this one-handed though. Be able to, see, I can't even do it. Do this one-handed and put it on, you know, hook it on like this. How many of you would do stitch markers like this, or do you prefer the ones that have those earring? I can't remember what these are called. These earring clasp thingies where you can kind of open one-handed. You just have to, if this was attached to a piece of work, it'd be easier, but you just pull this back and it opens. It's a little bat, the back side of it. This is the most recent, one of my more recent ones. I hung this in a way that y'all could see them, and I have since moved the view of my camera, so now you guys can't see them. I'm gonna have to hang that one up later. I don't want to turn myself around. Anyway, I have gone on a tangent about things today. Whew. Let me show you another thing I got out last night, or yesterday. My Tunisian hooks. Y'all, I am seriously... I am so glad that it's a style of crochet. It's called Tunisian crochet for a reason. It's crocheting, but with a little bit of a different flair. I'm so glad it's still crochet, because I think that's part of why I enjoy it, even though it is a little slower for me. However, it's getting faster because I was able to make a dishcloth yesterday all by myself. Well, not all by myself, but like 90% by myself, 95% by myself. I'm gonna say 95, because I did use Michael over at MDL Crochet. I utilized one of his tutorial videos to see how to do the stitch. So his teaching helped me to create it. Now I created the whatchamacallit all on my own. I kind of wish I would have went a little wider, because it's a little tall, a little rectangular. It's not square, but it's awesome. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see this because it's so dark, but you can see the texture on there. Let me see if I stretch it out, if you can see the honeycomb. Oh man, that is just not doing it justice. It is so cool in person. I'm gonna have to do it. You know what, I might have actually done it. No, this is it. This is the right way. Yeah, this is the right way. Because I was gonna try and go like this, but I mean, you can kind of see the texture, the honeycomb that way. But this is the way it should be. I hold it like that, you can kind of see that honeycomb texture. So this is the honeycomb stitch from him, following his directions. I was gonna put a border on this, and then I was like, you know what? The way he explains how to do this, it doesn't need one. It almost made its own, you know? And then I did now the only reason this is still attached like this is I was in bed last night and did not have my, this little pouch close enough to me to cut it off. So I just said, you know what, we'll just do my 2 chains and I will pull a big bunny ear and call it a day, and I will cut it tomorrow and finish it tomorrow on my video. So I'll do that real quick. So I ended up using a 8mm crochet, Tunisian crochet hook to do this. Now, I had asked him on his live on Saturday what he recommended, and he told me an 8. I think he said a 7 or 8. Because I was like, I utilize this cotton by holding two strands together and using a 6.5mm crochet hook. So I told him that because he, you know, there's a reason he's called the King of Tunisian. So I, you know, it didn't slide down right, so now it's all weirdly knotted. Anyway, I'm just gonna have to take this tail and sew it in this way so it pulls that in a little bit. Anyway, he was on a live and I asked him, I was like, okay, so I love this yarn, or I love this cotton by Hobby Lobby with a 6.5mm crochet hook pulling 2 strands together. Would you recommend a 6.5mm? I'm sorry, squirrel. This is so squishy, and I love the thickness of this. I'm so glad I ran 2 together. I want to try it again with, I'm sure this is the backside. The backside is even cool too. Look at all that texture. This would make a really cool dishcloth because of the drapiness it has. Anyway, I asked him if a 6.5mm would work with a Tunisian, because I knew in my head, I remember him speaking on how his go-to hook for Tunisian is a 6.5mm. So I just was thinking, well, maybe because I'm using a 6.5mm hook with my regular crochet holding 2 together, maybe that would translate some to the Tunisian. I thought in the back of my head, maybe. Not necessarily, I wasn't confident in that it would, because I know, and I've heard people speak on, with Tunisian, sometimes you want to go up a hook or two, like a half to a whole hook size bigger than what you're used to or something, because of the denseness of the fabric. And I think an 8 did a pretty bang up job on, I love it this direction. You can really see that honeycomb. I think the 8, look how much, like the holes on the ends are a little bigger, but that's okay. That's okay. Especially if this is used as like a dishcloth or washcloth or something. Like a washcloth for your face. Oh, this might be for me. Just because it was my first one, and I was literally just testing the stitch. This was me learning and doing it. And I went, I gotta keep going because this looks awesome. Oh, I am loving Tunisian. This is cool. I like this. I really do. I am so glad he's putting out a library of stitches. And y'all, he's not the only one out there. There are many other people out there that do a good job of Tunisian, or the channels that have Tunisian. He just happens to be one of the ones that I've become, I would assume, good friends with, you know? Like, I care for him for some reason. Like, there's just some, I told him this, I was like, there's just something about you that just makes me just care for him, you know? Same for Juan, you know, there's just something about them, the two of them. Now, oh, I could almost just, I want to take this out, but I don't have anywhere to put it, so I'm just going to leave it in here for now. I've jabbered on long enough that it's not hot anymore. It's still warm, it's just not hot. But yeah, like Juan and Michael, and and Joseph. I haven't seen him around in a while, so I was like, I hope he's doing okay. If anyone knows him personally and wants to comment on that, that'd be great. I need to reach out to him via email and see if he'll get back to me. But he's another one of those. Like, I just enjoy watching their videos. These young men, not younger to me necessarily, but they're all young. I just love, there's something about their voices. I love to listen to them just talk. I will literally play Michael's videos, stitch tutorials, just to listen to him talk. And it's just, and I'm watching them because it's, you know, I understand how he explains to do these stitches. And so I'm not able to go and do it later on. I have to go back and rewatch the videos to learn, because this one right here, y'all, I had to watch him do the purl in it. Like, I rewound it like 5 or 6 times, and oh, okay, it finally went, okay, got it. So yeah, I ended up using my 8mm Knitter's Pride Dreams hook, and I attached my short little swivel cord on it. The other day I was doing this, I had to hold my head back, I was like, just playing with it. It's a fidget toy for me too. I found this meme yesterday that was funny. It said something about, I don't know how I get through life with my ADHD or something like that, or me with ADHD, I don't know. It said something about ADHD, and then it says me, and it's this lady on there going, trying to take a picture or something with her phone, and then she turns around and goes, oh, right, 911. She's like hiking with her husband or something, and she turns around and remembers, oh, that's right. I was supposed to be calling 911. That's me to a T. I scroll so bad. Y'all watch it, like the last 29 minutes of me of scrolling. Okay, my goodness, my phone is blowing up with notifications. Not just my YouTube ones and email and all that. I am not getting anything done on this today because I'm already at 30 minutes. Oh, I But I'm like sitting here playing with my Tunisian crochet hook again. Except I'm not twirling it because I don't want to knock myself in the head, side of the head. So I'm just gonna lay it in here, close this up. I love this little case for my hooks, for my Tunisian hooks. I tried to use this with my regular crochet hooks, but because of the grippies that are on the clovers, they are just a little more bulkier, I think. Or I have too many of them that it makes this all bulky. So I just like the one that it's in. But I do like this one better because it has this flap in the middle here has a little pocket you can stick the tops of the hooks in, so like they don't slide out. So they've got pockets on both ends, and it's on both sides. And then you've got, so this is the kind of pocket style right here on this flap, or this side piece here, that is in the other pouch where they slide out and fall out. So it's like, anyway, these are good cases, y'all. Got smooth zippers. It is Yarwo. It's a Chinese company, I'm sure. But it's YARWO on Amazon. And I think they're fairly inexpensive. The other thing I wanted to show you real fast, and then I'll be done. Did I knock one of these off? I must have. I'll stick it right there. I need to throw this away because this is a pattern for Hobie's. It's from Hobie's website. It's a pot holder in the waffle pattern. It is double-stranded, but every time I start it, I go, I don't know, I'm not liking it, so it's taking too long to work it up or something. I don't know. It's just, I love the waffle stitch, but for some reason in my head when I start making it with these whatchamacallits that I'm making, I don't know, I'm literally ripping it out every time I start it and go, I just need to give up. So I am thoroughly enjoying that. I started this one last week, and this just tells you how much crocheting I'm doing. And I was like, I really need to focus on this. So this is why it's still in this state from like Friday. I made, oh, that's right, I cleaned up my bag. So all of what's in this one bag is just my cotton. My other bag has all of my pieces I finished. So I was running the monkey red with black the last time you saw me. I frogged it, and I went and bought black Mainstays cotton. When did I finally get that Mainstays cotton? Friday, because my husband took me, yep, Friday afternoon while my daughter was at dance, took me to a second Walmart. Because the first Walmart I went to didn't have any Mainstays cotton. It was one of those short half aisle, quarter aisle actually. It wasn't even, it might be a half an aisle. I don't know at this point because they are expanding it a little bit. Because they do sometimes have the new yarn, the new gradients and stuff there. And the puzzles and stuff. I need to start getting some more puzzles. Because I like how cheap they are. Ouch. Well, they're not cheap, but I think they're pretty much a good deal to get at Walmart. And not have to worry about ordering them on the Premier website. But I was running this with a black peaches and cream. I ripped it out and restarted it with the Mainstays cotton. Oh, so much better. Finished it, and then I decided to run it with a solid red because I had run out of the first one that I had downstairs, the leftover what I had, and I had my son come up here and look in here to see if he could find it. He came up here twice and couldn't find it. I came up here and it was sitting right here in this open spot next to this taupe color. Sitting right there. Like, dude, open your eyeballs up because you obviously didn't see him sitting right there. And because it was sitting right next to the solid red, I went, you know what? I'm going to pull that with it and take it with me. So I did that and started running it with red. It makes a huge difference in how it looks. I'll have to show you when this one's done next to the one with the black, because they're both really cool looking. But this, for some reason, I keep ripping out the waffle pattern and going back. I keep ripping out any pattern I start, stitch pattern, whatever, and going back to this one. There's just something about the way this one looks. It makes my brain happy right now. I'm sure I'll get tired of this stitch eventually, because I'm like in a mode right now of working it, and I do this with everything, you know. I get stuck on it for a while, and then I move on to something else. So we'll see how long this streak lasts, because I am going strong on these things. Like, I only need to make maybe a dozen, but I try to make a few extra for friends and stuff that, you know, come over and celebrate different occasions with us, like Thanksgiving, or we're doing a Friendsgiving after Christmas because they're so busy right now. We're like, let's just schedule for after Christmas and just have like a, what do we call it, a Friends Christgiving or something like that. I don't know, Christmas giving dinner or something. So I still got to reach out to the girlfriend and talk to her and see what we want to do. Oops. I need to figure out how to get this. There's a way to do it, I just can't remember. Just keep it out of my face while I'm drinking this. So yeah, yeah. I like to do a handful extra of these sets, because then I can be like, all right, you know, I literally will go around to all my friends and family and ask them, you know, to pick their own out. Like, I will make up a whole bunch of them and be like, all right, this is what I've made for everybody, and I will allow them to pick the colors. And that's why I don't really ask them what kind of colors they want for their kitchens and stuff. I mean, sometimes I do, but I haven't reached out to people, and so a lot of times I will just, you know, make up a bunch and be like, here, pick which one you like the best, and that is your, you know, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, what I call it, Happy News Giving, News Christmas Giving, whatever, you know, smush them all together. It's all the holidays in one. So this is my way of giving something to people, and I try to make them pretty, you know, wrap them up with like this pretty little twine, and just, that way they can see the colors and they can pick which ones they like, and then they're good to go. And that's just why I just do a bunch of random colors together, because you never know what people are going to be into that at that moment in time, because they may have a red and white color scheme for their kitchen and maybe want something a little, don't really care if it matches their colors, you know, in their kitchen, their decor. Some people do care, some people don't, and that's why I do my feet are falling asleep. I have them crisscrossed in this chair, and they're starting to fall asleep. So I need to get off here. We're at almost 40 minutes. So I have scrolled a bunch and talked a bunch. It was a good weekend. Even though I didn't get a lot of crocheting done. So, and like I said, I do need to concentrate on this week. So hopefully over the next few days I can get a lot of work done on it and be done with it by Friday. Yeah, that's all I got for you today, friends. I hope you have a fantabulous Monday. Make it a good Monday. And don't forget to be kind and positive to everyone you come across, and hopefully they'll do the same back. And I will see you on the next video. Have a fantastic day, friends. Bye.